What if I told you there is a country in Europe where you could legally enter, stay for months, and search for a job without having a job offer in advance? And here's the surprising truth. Most people completely overlook Lithuania. Not because it lacks opportunity, but because they simply don't understand how the system works. Let me tell you about Mark. Mark is a 28-year-old graduate from Ohio. He was tired of applying to hundreds of jobs in the US with no real direction. He wanted Europe, stability, growth, a fresh start. But there was one problem. He didn't have a job offer. And like most people, he assumed that meant the door was closed. Until he discovered something unexpected. Lithuania's job seeker and residence pathways. And what happened next changed everything. Today, I'm going to walk you through the complete Lithuania job seeker visa process for 2026. Eligibility. Documents. Step-by-step application. And the hidden strategy most people never hear about. By the end of this video, you won't just understand the visa. You'll understand how people actually use it to build a career in Europe. Now let's start with the foundation. What exactly is the Lithuania job seeker visa? Here's where most people get confused. Lithuania does not always label it as a traditional job seeker visa like Germany or Portugal. Instead, it often works through residence permits, study-to-work transitions, and temporary stay options that allow you to search for employment. And this is where Mark made his first mistake. He was searching for a single clear visa title. But Lithuania works differently. It's flexible. And flexibility means opportunity, if you understand it. Now let's talk about who is eligible. Because this is where things get interesting. Lithuania generally allows skilled graduates, professionals, and certain foreign nationals to apply for temporary residence permits that can support job searching or transition into employment. And here's the surprising truth. You don't always need a job offer to enter this pathway. But you do need a clear profile. Education. Skills. Purpose. Mark had a degree in it. But at first, that wasn't enough. Because Lithuania doesn't just look at qualifications. It looks at demand. So let's break this down. Step 1 is understanding your category. If you are a recent graduate from an EU-recognized institution, you may have more flexible options. If you are a skilled worker in tech, engineering, or healthcare, your chances increase significantly. And if you are applying from outside the EU with no job offer, you may need to explore temporary residence routes combined with job search permissions. Mark didn't know this at first. And that confusion cost him time. Now let's move to the second critical point. Why Lithuania? This is what immigration officers want to understand. Why this country? Why now? Why you? And here's where many applicants fail. They give generic answers. Better opportunities. Higher salary. Career growth. But that's not enough. So Mark changed his approach. He researched Lithuania's tech sector. He learned about its growing startup ecosystem. He studied companies in Vilnius. And suddenly, his application had meaning. Now let's talk about documents. Because this is where precision matters. For most Lithuania job seeker or residence-based pathways, you typically need a valid passport, proof of education, CV with detailed work history, proof of financial stability, health insurance, accommodation details or plan, and a motivation letter. Now here's where most people make mistakes. They treat documents as paperwork. But immigration officers treat them as a story, a narrative, a logical path from your past to your future. Mark's first application failed because his documents were disconnected. No clear timeline, no consistent story. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because inconsistency creates doubt. Now let's talk about financial proof. Lithuania wants to know one thing. Can you support yourself while searching for a job? The required amount varies, but generally you must show stable funds to cover several months of living expenses. And here's the surprising truth. It's not just about having money. It's about proving access to it. Mark initially showed savings scattered across accounts, but later consolidated everything. And that made a difference. Now let's move to the application process itself. Step 1 is preparing your documents carefully. Step 2 is submitting your application through the Lithuanian migration system or embassy, depending on your location. Step 3 is attending biometrics if required. Step 4 is waiting for processing. Sounds simple. But here's where most people struggle. Timing. Because delays happen when documents are incomplete or unclear. Mark had to resubmit twice. And each delay cost him weeks. Now let's talk about processing time. It can take several weeks to a few months depending on your case. And this is where patience becomes critical. Mark constantly checked updates. No change. No response. And this is where doubt creeps in. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Silence is normal. It does not mean rejection. It means review. Now let's talk about something very important. Job searching in Lithuania. Because getting the permit is only step 1. The real challenge starts after arrival. Lithuania has a growing job market in it. Logistics, fintech, and engineering. Especially in Vilnius and Kaunas. Mark focused on tech roles. And here's what he did differently. He didn't apply randomly. He targeted startups. He tailored his CV to European standards. He learned basic Lithuanian phrases to stand out. And this is where everything started changing. Now let's talk about interviews. Most European employers value clarity, direct communication, problem-solving ability, not exaggerated resumes. Mark failed his first interview. Not because he lacked skills, but because he wasn't prepared for behavioral questions. So, he adapted. And his second interview went differently. Now let's address a critical question. What happens if you don't find a job in time? This is where reality hits. Some residence permits have time limits. And if you fail to secure employment, you may need to leave or switch status. But here's the insight. Most successful applicants don't wait. They start job hunting before arrival. Mark started applying months before landing. And that gave him an advantage. Now let's talk about accommodation. Lithuania is relatively affordable compared to Western Europe. But you still need proof of stay, rental agreement, temporary housing, or university accommodation if applicable. Mark initially stayed in short-term housing, then moved once he secured a job. Now let's bring everything together. The Lithuania job seeker pathway for 2026 is not a traditional visa. It is a strategic immigration route. And success depends on preparation, clear profile, strong motivation, financial stability, and active job search strategy. Simple steps, but powerful when executed correctly. And now here's the final truth. Mark didn't succeed because he was the most experienced. He succeeded because he understood the system. He stopped guessing. He started planning. And he treated the process like a strategy, not luck. Today he works in Vilnius in a growing tech company. He built a new life, a new career, a new identity. And here's the thing. He is not special. He just followed the system the right way. So now the question is, will you do the same? If this guide helped you understand how the Lithuania job seeker pathway really works, make sure you subscribe for more deep, step-by-step international career guides. Because your opportunity in Europe might be closer than you think. And what you do next could change everything.